Day 5, 1 week. I can't believe how fast and how slow it's been this week. We've essentially condensed down, I'd say maybe 2 months worth of classes into this 1 week. We've only got another week left and we should be half done, but I have so much left to do. I have assignments and videos and blogging and all sorts of things that I need to finish up in the next 7 days. Today was again a very busy day, just like all the others this week. However, it seemed to go by a little bit quicker, so I don't know if I'm getting used to university life, if I'm anxious about the amount of work I have to do this weekend, or if it's just my excitement over getting the chance to go back home at least for a day over the weekend. I think it's probably a combination of all those things. We had a presenter come in this morning, which was unusual for that class, and he actually works at the university here, and he talked to us about instructional design and backwards design, and it was a really nice, refreshing viewpoint that he had, and his enthusiasm and excitement really did help out quite a bit this morning. I also got the chance to connect with a couple of my colleagues over lunch today, and it was really nice to get a chance to talk to them, and even though they've been in my class this whole week, I haven't really had the chance to make those sorts of connections with each person. And it was nice to hear their view over the last week is somewhat similar to what I've been going through as well. There's a little bit of stress because of the amount of work, and there's a little bit of concern over some of the assignments and some of the topics that are being brought up, and it's really nice to have that strong sense of community that I think we've really worked hard to develop over this past week, and that I know will continue next week and then for the next 3 years. This afternoon we actually participated in a video conferencing session with the superintendent of schools from the Wolf Creek School Division, which is up in Ponoka and Bentley and Rimbey and that area there. And it was really fascinating to hear his view on how things have changed in his school division over the past few years as well. And even though it was a video conferencing session, it really was quite intimate, and we got the chance to talk to him and connect, and he made sure that everyone at the tables got their own say and got the chance to interact with each other as well as with him. What was really fascinating for me is that this is the very first video conferencing session that he's ever done. So it's really nice to see a person in his position, a leader in his position, that's not afraid to try something new. He wasn't afraid to mess up, and there was a little bit of a technical glitch, but he worked right through it, and he was happy to make the connection with us. And it's a real testament, again, to our instructors that they are bringing these new perspectives and these different people in to work with us. I had a short meeting with one of my teammates today, and we started planning out one of the projects that we're going to be working on for next week, and I'm really excited about it. Actually, it seems like we've already got a good idea of what we want to do and where we want to go with it and who we want to involve and how we're going to do that. And it was really nice because that all just kind of naturally came out of a few minutes conversation with each other. So I think that it was a happy match that the two of us are paired together. It's interesting, he also works in an online school environment, and although it's not this exact same as the way that we do things at CBE Learn, I look forward to sort of learning from him and to find out how it works in his board and his system, and see if we can make some sort of compare and contrast between what we do and what works for us and what they do and what works for them. So that has been one really big benefit of doing my program here in Lethbridge, is that I'm exposed to people from really all over the province. However, it is interesting to note that there's about 5-6 of us from the Calgary Board of Education. There's also 2, maybe 3 from the separate board in Calgary as well. So it's nice to have that framework and to be able to talk to those people and bounce off some of these ideas, because we understand our board because it's the environment that we're in, and for some of us, the only environment that we know. But I do have a few things I need to get working on. I need to do a little bit more research for some of my assignments. I have one that's due on Monday. I have a presentation I'm giving on Tuesday. I have a presentation I'm giving on Thursday. I have a presentation I'm giving on Friday. I have a final activity in one course that's due that following Sunday. And our wrap up in our other course will be due 1 week the following Friday. So I still have a fairly significant amount of work to be done, but it's manageable, and I'm going to keep my head high, and I'm going to get through this. The term meta-reflection actually refers to reflecting about your reflections, and that is actually something that I do after I've gone through this process. I go back and I think about what I've said or how I've said it, or what important features kind of came to my mind and how I highlighted them. So I do believe that this has been a very valuable process for me to take the time to go through and think about my day while it's still fresh in my mind, and try and capture out the little nuggets that transpired over the 6-7 hours that I'm at school. So I am impressed with myself for keeping up with this, honestly. It is something that's new to me. I've not ever done anything like this before, and I do think that it's been a very valuable experience. I think it's also going to serve as a reminder for me of what it was like to go through these courses, because every day has been something different, but every day has been a different kind of intense and a different kind of insanity. 1 week down, 1 week left, 1 more week after that of really hard work in Calgary for my final assignment, and I'll have 2 master's courses under my belt. That's not bad.